What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Like I said at the end of last week, this week it is Neca all week long, and we're starting out with some Ninja Turtles. This is the first Turtles black and white variant by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Awful tongue-tied today. I mean, I guess you can make whichever turtles you want them to be, because they was just these two, and they come with all the different weapons. It looks like, yeah, I see the nunchucks, the swords, bow staff, a nightstick. Looks like it's got a ton of accessories. This is not the first time, I believe, that we've got a hold of one of these Neca Turtles things. This one looks really cool. It was a great price, 25 bucks for the 2-pack. Pretty heavy. So let's get into it real quick before I engage the safety cutter. So this side, there's that side of the box. This side has got some really cool artwork. I like that. And then this is the back. And it shows some other characters you can get. I think that's a Shredder. Yeah, there's a lot of different things. That's Rat King. I know what that is. But let's get into this and check it out. Safety cutter engaged. Okay, there's that. And then we'll need the snips. So let's go ahead and grab those. Because I just know there's going to be tons of that. I can see it from here. Alright. Looks like we'll be sliding this whole thing out. Hopefully it'll show up. We got a nice background in there of a street view, New York City street view. Hand drawn, looks like. Very cool. I mean, it looks to be hand drawn. It's not. It's made to look that way. Let's see. Okay. Well, we're going to test those things, my God. Get the safety cutter out again and do that. Like I said, this is the piece. Looks like we've got, does one of them got giant hands and one of them doesn't? Yeah. Okay. Very cool. So we got some extra hands there. I don't know what that's supposed to be holding in. That's odd. There's two little ties here, but there's nothing there. There's nothing could have been there, really. Anywho. What? Oh. Now I see what it's doing. They're toying with me. That's what's going on here. Put extra ties to hold this together so the pieces don't fall out. Alright, there's that. Yeah. All red handles. Look at them hands. That's wild. Oh, we got nunchucks with chain. Very cool. There's some size. Can't go wrong with that. All right, let's see what else we got. How many more things we have to cut. Wow, they really just... And I get it. The molded plastic on Neca stuff is usually not... Seriously, wouldn't have been cheaper to use tape? Oh my geez. Okay. There is a bow staff. There is the nightstick I was talking about. What? We got a nunchuck with chains. Love that. Oh, man. Got this is That's interesting because usually they don't do this. They usually have everything tied in. Is that got damn? They have everything taped in, I should say, like this piece here. But on this one, they used the little things. Look at that thing. That's cool. Looking like he's spinning the nunchuck. That's a cool accessory. That's not the first time NECA has made that piece. I know with their other turtles, Michelangelo has come with that. Would you look at all of the... well, that's handy. That extra head fell out. So we do get an extra head for each and an extra set of hands for each. Now, generally, you know, we usually see 2 or 3 extra heads and several pairs of hands. So this time we get, looks like we get more weapons than we do those kind of things, which I'm perfectly okay with. Generally, weapon holder hands, unless a character specifically has a hand gesture that he does, I generally just keep weapon holder hands on them. So that works out fine for me. Now, if you're into, you know, photography and stuff, and you're going to be taking lots of pictures and doing different poses, the lack of extra hands could be problematic for you. What the? What is happening here? Like these guys are in here. Crap, man. Okay, it wasn't on both legs. It was, I mean, it was on both legs, but not separate. Okay, that one's head fell off. He has, that's interesting. I love the look of this. The damn you, NECA. Okay, there we go. The color looks great with the splash of red, and then the rest of it's black and white. Getting him to stand up is probably going to be a nightmare. He does have some ankle joints here, and they're stiff as hell. There we go. Let's see if we can. Good God. Come on, baby. Just gotta work this ankle joint for a second so I can actually pose him and get him to stand up. Like, that's the important part. Do it. There we go. So he's got what I'm going to assume is supposed to be folded staff or something. Because this guy's got nunchucks. They got chains on them. Thank you, NECA. I really wanted to snip 120 of these things today. So let me know in the comments down below, what is your preferred method to getting these things off of your figures? Because, damn, I like this little thing. It works pretty good. What is, don't know why those are stuck in there around the hands like that, but they are. I have used said safety cutter over here a few times to do this, but I generally don't do that on camera. Promoting safety and all. So, just curious how you guys, if you unbox, how you get to cut those. Okay, let's see if his head falls off. miss one? Son of a gun. Wow. So that's why those were so hard to get out. So these pieces that are around the hands on this set have gotten up in where the hand attaches to the arm. Hey, that stood right up. And they're stuck in there. I don't like that. It's one more reason why I don't like those things. So we do have a set of chucks with metal chains, even though they don't unfold. So these are made to, there's a little slot and they slide right in here. So they got their weapons right on their wrists. That's pretty cool. So they have a tail. That one is right up in the shell so you don't see it. Yeah, I mean, check that out. They're pretty, they're like the basic drawings, their very first drawings they made of the Ninja Turtles. Very cool. Like I said, and you, hey, no, we just went through all that and you stood up just fine. All right. So we do have these other two heads that have a little bit different facial expressions. I'll put those at their feet when I put them up on the spinner. I'm not going to try to swap heads. If you know anything about NECA, sometimes swapping heads can be a nightmare without some heat. I like this accessory with the spinning nunchuck. If you want them to look like, if you want one to be Leonardo, I guess you can do that. If you want Donatello, you can do that. If you want Raphael, you can do that. If you want Michelangelo, you're also set. And if you just want one of them to have a nightstick, you are also set. So the hands that they have on them will not hold weapons. They are flat hands. That is why we have these. Look at that's a big old chunky hand too. I was curious about the sword, if it would fit in this hand, because it doesn't look like it will very easily. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it will. So I'm not going to go any further than that because I don't think I want to do that. I'm not sure how I want to go about these guys. That's really cool. But you got so many accessories that they're white and black with just a splash of red. And they look so good. Now these two don't have any red on them, which is, I mean, that's fine. But yeah, I really like this set. I wasn't too keen on it when I first saw it out. I was like, I don't think I want to spend that kind of money on that. And then the more I looked at it, and then I saw the clearance price. That's the big thing. I was like, yeah, let me get it. I'm happy I did. I liked it. They feel really good. They're heavy turtle figures. But they look really nice. I love the fact that they're based off the drawing. Really cool. You got some of the typical issues you get with NECA. Some stiff joints. You saw that head came off. It probably was never snapped on properly. Okay. It doesn't look like it does snap on real tight. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, that's it. So it does not snap in real tight. So I could probably put this head on and give him a more aggressive look, maybe. Huh, yeah. Because it's not going to snap in. It's just not. So his head's going to swap real easy. This head, he feels pretty tight. Yeah, so like if I put even half the amount of force I put on that one to this one, it pops right off. That's some typical NECA type stuff. Their figures look fantastic, but the joints are going to be stiff. Yeah, it's like he's got elbow joints. Will they bend? Eventually. They are so tight. That is what is so scary about posing NECA figures. Now, obviously, these aren't going to work with these figures, but these stands you may have seen me mess with a couple of times. That one I broke. Uh, that's why I asked him if they will work with NECA figures, and I've tested them on a few. These will definitely work on some. It won't work on these, and it won't work on the one Jason that's got super thick boots. But I know he's working on some bigger ones that might work for that. Uh, but another nice looking set of NECA Ninja Turtles. I mean, these joints, man. Um, but I don't have to move them around too much to get them to stand up, which is fine. Uh, I've got a lot of work to do in here to get my displays back to where I want them. So these are going to find them a new home. But let's throw them up on the spinner so you guys can check them out. Yeah, that comes right out. I hope it was supposed to. Shit. I mean, it'd be dumb if you can't. So here's a little something I want to show you. Number one, these are removable. They're not glued in. I thought they were at first because some of the paint came off. Well, if you're not going to be able to see it. I may take a picture of it and throw it up on the screen. But some of the red paint from this has kind of rubbed off on the sleeve of that. So I'm not a big fan of that. But not much you can do about it. See, I just barely touched that head and it popped off. And there is no... And see, I'm just afraid to keep mashing on it because I'm going to snap that damn little ball joint. So that's as good as it's getting because I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I kind of want to put the weapon holder hands on them. I may do that before we go to the spinner or as we get onto the spinner. I'll put the weapon holder hands and kind of do one of each weapon in the hands type deal. So anyways, let's head on over to the spinner and check them out. All right, so we got these turtles up on the spinner. Let's look how cool they look. They look hand drawn, and that's so cool. The way that they pulled this off. I really am enjoying these. Switching the hands was not too bad. Again, like I said, typical NECA stuff. The weapons are all fantastic. I can tell you the blade on the sword is very thin, which equals to it being fragile. I'd be a little weary of the nunchuck as well. It actually poses, it's got an articulation joint in it, which is pretty cool. So he can stick it straight up and have it spinning above his head, or spinning out. A few different ways to do that. So very cool piece. I love the nunchucks that actually have chains on them. The fact that we get the weapons for all 4 turtles and we only have 2 because that's just what they drew is really cool. Yeah, I like the set. I'm really happy with it. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of this set. I'm fairly happy with it. Very nice to add some more Ninja Turtles to the collection. And go ahead and smash that like button if you hadn't already. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on those notification bells so you don't miss any of the other great content we've got coming to the channel. Got tons of it. Whole bunch more NECA this week, so stay tuned for all that. Also, check out my other channel, Gladiator Wrestling Podcast, right here on YouTube. All my wrestling figures and wrestling collectibles and content are over on that channel, so make sure you check that out. Plus, every Sunday live, 7 p.m. Central, check out Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. Come check out the show, talk some wrestling with us. It's a lot of fun. That being said, check out the other half of Gladiator Wrestling Podcast, The Chase Collector, right here on YouTube. Check his channel out, see what he's got going on. A lot of cool stuff happening in the Gladiator world. So check all that out. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Gladiator out.